So, after a poor couple of months, February was the month of joy. We've gone from potentially being sacked to back in that promotion candidate position. You'd love to see it. We've had some great performances. Welcome back to Buxton 2.0. Yes, welcome back. Since we last here, that 5-0 drubbing at the hands of Darlington, we bounced back pretty well. We beat Bishop Stortford 2-1. Casimir and Maguire scoring after Kobe Moore put them ahead with what was a pretty good goal, to be fair. We conceded a lot of really good goals. I can't remember the last time I've ever had a football manager save where I've conceded so many, top quality goals in such a quick space. I mean, we're only a season and a half into this. Hanks misses the header, Moore takes a couple of touches and just rifles it into the top corner from the edge of the area, but not be beaten. He was outdone. We were 2-1 losers against Telford. We were 1-0 up in this game. DJ Lama puts head in the 7th minute, and in the space of, you can see here, 8 minutes, Blissett arrived and turned it around, and this first goal is possibly the best that I've seen so far. Had shades of Frank Lampard about it. You'll see what I mean. Andrews clears the ball downfield. Blissett has the pace there, off the chest, a volley, hits the ball, bounces over the line and bounces back out. Linesman gives it this level, of course, no goal line technology. Goal counted and we fell apart, and Telford get the victory there. But since then we've been unbeaten. Beat Banbury 2-0. Tasmere and Price scoring in this one for us before a 1-1 draw away against Braintree. DJ Alamo scoring after Matt Rush put them 1-0 ahead. Ben Allen was sent off with 20 minutes to go, but we couldn't find that winning goal. We beat Blythe Spartans 4-1 at home. Godden, Gibson Hammond, Maguire and DJ Alamo with a late penalty in this one. They also had a man sent off after the 37th minute, and we did capitalise this time. Did a 2-2 draw against Scarborough Athletic. Kane Shepherd, who is second highest scorer in the league at the moment behind DJ Alamo, scoring 2 goals in this one, including a penalty. DJ Alamo added a goal, as did Frankie Price. They was a share of points. And then for the second time this season, Diego DJ Alamo hits 4 goals in a 6-1 thrashing over Ilkeston. An own goal on Gibson Hammond also adding to this one. It was 2-1 inside 10 minutes, so plenty of action early on this time around. And then last time out we beat Chorley 2-0, Gibson Hammond and DJ Alamo in this one. So what that done to the league is we are well and truly back in this hunt. We're a point behind Telford. If things go our way today, we could be as high as 4th place. Still 20 points behind Chester. I don't think we'll be catching them. But look at this. DJ Alamo on 36 goals. Kane Shepherd on 34 goals. Greg Cundle in there as well on 26. That is ridiculous top 3. In the National League South, for example, at our level, not quite as good. In fact, I don't think we've got any league anywhere close to us. Nope, even Haaland isn't on there. Has Haaland been injured? I know we don't really look at the Premier League that much, but I expected more goals from him. Yes, he's had a few injuries since arriving. Oh well. Anyway, yeah. Back to league action. We're playing Kidderminster today, who are up in 3rd place. This is going to be a very, very tough game for us. And then second time out will be Guiseley, who are 16th place. So it should be an easier game in theory. We are away from home against Kidderminster, but we are still just going to go for it like we normally do. We've got Roberts, Dodds, Mohammed, Hanks, Godden, Maguire, Reiki, Gibson Hammond, Tasmere, Price and DJ Alamo up top in this one. We've improved morale quite a bit. A lot of that unhappiness is gone. A lot of that came from us changing playing time, expected playing time. They were unhappy about it. We stuck with it. Since then, they've sort of got over it, and a lot of players have become happy again, which has helped with this upturning form as well. Like I say, morale is such a huge part of the game. So to see that upturn I think has directly contributed to some of the results. We haven't really changed the tactics around. This has stayed the same, so hopefully we can continue this run, keep morale nice and high, and yeah, have a great end to the season and see how far we can push up the league. And that starts today against Kidderminster. We are, like I say, away from home, and Salmon is on the ball, plays it back to Penny, finds Kennedy. Right back was a bit too deep there. Penny brings it forward. Penny into the area. Penny pulls it across to Salmon, and it's 1-0. And apparently we did not want to make a tackle at all. Let's get stuck in on. Because we just let Penny run and run and run without even attempting a tackle, really. Not great defensively. There should have been a tackle in there, and there, and there. And then as soon as it gets into the area, you're in a bit of trouble. Nobody's really tracking Salmon. It's a simple goal there for Kidderminster. 1-0 down early on. I've just pressed praise by mistake. I meant to demand more. We've upset everyone by praising them. We've only had one shot so far, not a single one on target. Hamid picks up a booking. There we go. Now we're going to demand more. And that's been the only highlight of the game so far. And which has been a pretty poor half of football, even when you look at the statistics. We're just going to keep demanding more. Dodds and Hanks have also picked up bookings now, so that's 3 of our back 4. We are going to thrash our arms and tell them to get their acts together. And DJ Vilamo is going to come off here for Turner Cook. We're going to take off Hanks for Brisley and keep that final change. We've learnt to not make all 3 changes too early. Let's demand more again. Woonwell with the short free kick to Richards and gets it back off of him. Plays it across to Margetson. Into Kennedy. We're pressing decently there. Richards. Gibson Hammond wins the ball off of him. Into Mohamed's feet. Gives it back to Gibson Hammond. He loses out. There's 3 players around him. Didn't particularly have the support, but there was a pass on that he didn't make. Ball over the top. Salmon's going to get that in the channel. Back to Johnson. Kennedy on the edge of the area. He's unmarked. And it's 2-0. And I don't know what to say. We are going to get very attacking. This works so well against Darlington. I don't know where our defensive midfielders are. Well, I do. We're here, jogging back. Unacceptable. And I think we do have to go make another change now. It is going to be Reiki coming off for Petite. So let's confirm that. And we are going to berate them now. We've only had 1 shot on target all game, to be fair. So we don't really look likely at getting anything out of this. But it has been far from good enough. After such a good run of form as well, to perform this badly. I mean, we haven't seen a single attacking highlight from us. They have a free kick now. Richards at the back post, heads off the bar, and we do scramble clear. Gibson Hammond on a 6.1, Godden on a 6.2, Maguire on a 6.2. It's just not good enough. Rogers once again to Penny. Back to Rogers. Salmon straight into the hands of Roberts. And Salmon was offside regardless. We've got 10 minutes left. We're just going to berate them once more. Can we get anything? Just a highlight for us would be nice. It doesn't look like it. I say that. We have a free kick. Brisley. He looks forward. Tasmere challenging but doesn't win the header. Martin. Switches play to Johnson, who got in behind his man. Richards. Back over the top for Johnson. Pulls across. Salmon should have made it free. So still no attacking highlight from us. And yeah, it's going to be a defeat. And it's going to be a deserved defeat. That was incredibly poor. Incredibly poor. We are going to let a few of these players know about it. All of these here didn't play well enough. Gibson, Hammond, Maguire, and Godden, very angry with how you performed. There's going to be changes in that next game because a lot of these players, he's not good enough for this stage of the season. When we need to be winning games for playoffs, there's no excuse. There's Geisley's coming up next. So for some reason the recording was messed up for the game against Geisley. We did lose 2-1. DJ Lama puts ahead with a penalty. Flannery then equalised just before half time with a penalty. McCammon won the game for us. For them. And yeah, it put us into a bit of a tricky position. We're still in touch with the playoffs, but you know, getting top 2 is starting to fall away. Which means we'll have to play 3 playoff games if we are to get out of this division, should we get there. So I'm bringing you the Hereford game instead of that Geisley one. Hopefully it isn't too bad this time around. I didn't realise while it was recording that it's just constantly skipping, so I'm hoping this time it's a bit better. We've got Roberts in goal, Dodds, Hank, Mohammed, Godden, Maguire, Reiki, Gibson, Hammond, Price, Turner, Cook, and Di Girolamo. We've got a change in formation, change in style this time around. I'm hoping it just gives us a little bit more stability. Yeah, I mean, we haven't really been having too many issues. Well, we're conceding far too many. We're having so many chances. Di Girolamo scored 38 goals this season. If he was a bit more clinical, he could be, 60, 70 goals. Putting pressure on the more talent that I need to see. Good performances. Hasn't really gone down too well there. And yeah, Hereford currently sat up in 7th place. So we beat these, we go above them. And that really is the target for us in both this game and going forward. It's just putting as many wins together, try and get into the playoffs as much as possible. We are going to demand more. No highlights through half an hour. And we have our first one. It's a Hereford free kick, which is floated in, and they win the header, and Bearwish heads just over the bar. And we haven't had a shot on target at the moment, so it's going well. Dandy's ball downfield. Maguire doesn't challenge for the header. Holmes finds Vassell. Switches it to Williams. We don't get a foot in. Williams beats his man. Chips one in. Bearwish is 1-0. Why do we not make tackles? Why is this team scared? Oh, I think we need to find some players with higher aggression. We do have one of the lowest aggression averages in the league. And yeah, 1-0 down. We are now going to berate the team. And we're just not creating anything at all. We're having more possession, but we go into half time 1-0 down. We are fresh in our arms, tell them to get their act together. And DJ Alamo is coming off a Tazdemir up top. Gibson Hammond is can't bring him off. We've got nobody else. In that case, we are going goals, goals, goals. And Gibson Hammond is going to come off a Tazdemir. I'm actually tempted to leave them like that. Hanks is going to come off for Ander as well. Frustrated and struggling for fitness. Can this change in formation help us? Well, just get some shots on target more than anything. We're going to demand more. If we lose this, it's 5 points to the playoffs, which is a huge mountain to climb with 8 games left after this one. 9 or 8 games left. Evans with the ball. Can't find Vassell. Dodds looks downfield. Di Girolamo can't get there. Evans once again. Beats his man. Looks forward. Dodds clears. Turner Cook brings it down. Finds Tazdemir. Dodds into Maguire. Gives it back to Dodds. In for Turner Cook. who can't beat his man, but the deflection falls back to him. Turner Cook shoots from range, and it's straight to hands of Dowling. We need to get stuck in. Let's remove play out to defence, and let's just go route 1. At least we've had the shot on target. The man more once again, 20 minutes to go. We're going to go very attacking here. Ander wins the header. DJ Alamo switches it for Price. And Dandy gets his head to it though. Godden wins the header. Price now. Reiki. I have no idea who that pass was to. Holmes finds Bearwish. Spacer running to. Hits one from range and it's wide. And we don't really have any other changes we can make here. We're going to switch DJ Alamo to a target forward. I can't believe I'm doing this. Ander is going up top. DJ Alamo is coming off a Brisley. And Ander is going to be just a target man, basically. And let's... The man more. 5 minutes to go. And I think we're going to lose again for the 3rd game in a row. And we are, and it's another poor performance. And playoffs are probably done. Another defeat for us, at least this one's recorded. We're doing our final 2 games next time out, which is Kears Ashton Southport. Have a wonderful new year, and I'll see you on Monday for the end of the season. Bye-bye.